to settle in on your mat, just kind of wiggle in place and find a nice, comfortable, relaxing place, noticing that the mat is fully supporting you. You have nothing you need to do but just settle in, beginning to turn to the breath, just beginning, perhaps taking a nice big inhale through the nose. As you exhale, say, ah, and just settle the shoulders, settle the back body. And just notice how you are feeling as we begin today. Kind of take note of areas of tightness or tension, or, maybe you have an ache here or there, and just notice. Just notice how your body is feeling. And as you begin to settle, begin to follow your breath, following it all the way in as it moves through the nasal passages. Maybe you feel it in the back of the throat, maybe in the chest, maybe in the belly. Just noticing, following it, and see if you can notice the exact point where the inhalation changes to an exhalation. Just follow the breath all the way out without changing it. Just breathing in, even noticing the rise and fall of the chest. Just inhaling. We can come to that home base, perhaps. Some of us like to say to ourselves, I inhale, I exhale. Some of us like to count. You could count to 5, do that 5-5 breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the inhale, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the exhale. And then we can even just use our body to help us focus. So just watching the rise and fall of the chest, or even placing one hand on the heart center and one hand on the belly. So just follow the breath for a little bit. So our focus today is going to be on feeling gratitude. So as you are resting on your mat, perhaps bring, 1 or 2 or 3 things to mind that you are thankful for. It could just be as simple as the fresh air that you breathe, having enough food to eat, having a comfortable place to be, your home. Maybe your bed is especially comfortable, or maybe you begin to think of, friends and family, just maybe even that one friend that has been there for you as we move through this COVID time. So just bring to mind a few things that you're thankful for. And then we'll begin. We have our knees bent with the soles of our feet on the mat. And so we'll just begin to kind of drop the knees to the left on the exhale. Inhale them back up to center, just moving them back and forth, using the breath. Just some gentle movement as we begin. Inhale the knees to center. Exhale them to the side. Just using your breath, relaxing the shoulders, noticing the facial muscles if they are relaxed. Just allowing yourself to be in this moment. And the next time you bring your knees up to center, we'll press into the soles of our feet. We'll walk them up towards our bottoms first. And then we'll press into the soles of the feet, and we'll gently lift the hips up towards the sky. Just a gentle bridge. And then exhale the hips down. Press into the feet, the soles of the feet again. Lift the hips up towards the sky. And then bring the bottom back to the earth. Press into the soles of the feet one more time, lifting the hips up towards the sky. We're not doing anything too strenuous here, just gentle. Send the right leg out straight. Press into the back of that right leg as you bring the left knee in towards your chest, clasping in front of your shin, your left shin. And again, we'll just use our breath. So we'll inhale, and as we exhale, draw that left knee in a little closer towards the chest. Notice the facial muscles in the shoulders and the neck. We want to keep them relaxed. And on each exhale, just drawing that knee in even a millimeter more. Just very gentle. Try not to bring tension to the face or the shoulders. And then we'll take that left knee with our right hand and draw that knee across our body towards the right, keeping both shoulders on the mat as best we can. We'll just come into a relaxed twist. If you feel any stress or tension in perhaps like your left hip or your lower back, just bring your breath to those areas. Just breathe into that area and allow the area to release. So even as we're resting in this twist, perhaps bringing to mind one of the things that you were grateful for, just thinking about being thankful, being grateful. Keep the breath flowing. And then inhale that knee back to center. Send that left leg out straight. Press into the back of that left leg as you draw the right knee towards your chest, clasping in front of that right shin. Relaxing your shoulders, and on each exhale, drawing that right knee in a little bit closer to the chest. Try to release any tension you may have in the forehead or around the eyes. Try not to clench the jaw, allowing it to just be relaxed. Thinking of gratitude. Then take the left hand and place it on the front of your right knee and draw the right knee over towards the left, allowing your shoulders to remain resting on the mat. So we're just kind of twisting the lower body. Just breathe in gratitude. And breathe out peace and calm. And then we'll return that knee back to center. Bring the left foot in to meet the right foot, so both feet are next to one another. Then bring the knees into the air. And we'll just rotate the ankles around. We'll go one way, and after a few rotations, we'll reverse direction, go the other way. And then we'll replace the feet on the mat. We'll send both legs out straight, pointing our toes as we float our arms up overhead, resting our knuckles on the earth. And we'll just come into a full body stretch. So walk our shoulders up towards our ears, stretch out through our fingertips, and all the way down the body, the shoulders, the chest, the abdomen, down the legs, and out through the toes. We'll just bring a nice long stretch. You can even yawn if you'd like. Well, no one is watching you, I expect. Just, and even if they were, doesn't really matter. Just be in the body and do what feels good for your body. And if you've been stretching and bringing tension, then release and let the arms just be heavy. Let the toes point towards the edges of the mat. And just release and melt into your mat. Thinking about one of the things that you're grateful for. And then this time we're going to make fists. We'll bring some tension. We'll squeeze our hands into fists. Bring some tension to the arms, to the shoulders. We'll bring tension to the legs. And this time we will flex the feet. So flexing the feet, pressing the backs of the legs into the mat, and really bringing tension, holding that tension, holding it, really squeezing the hands, holding the tension, and then releasing and allowing the arms to be heavy, the entire body to just release and relax. Taking a nice big inhalation through the nose, breathing in gratitude, exhaling, peace and calm. We'll float the arms down by our sides and bend the legs. So we'll either cross the ankles and into rock forward and back, or if you'd like, you can turn to your side. So without crossing your ankles, just turn to your side and push yourself up. So if you've got your ankles crossed and you're going to rock up, you can hold behind your thighs and lift your head and shoulders up and just have the ankles crossed, and then we'll just roll up to seated. So just now bring yourself into Sukhasana, so have your legs crossed. And we'll sit up with a nice tall spine as we inhale the arms up, fingertips towards the sky, and then on the exhale, we'll twist to the right and bring our hands down to the earth. We'll sit up nice and tall. Tall, straight spine extending through the crown. And then we'll inhale back to center, extending, and then twisting to the left as we bring our hands down. Think of that spine nice and tall. And a few weeks ago, we brought energy, remember, from the root chakra, which is at the base of the spine. So even if you rock back and forth, you can feel the sit bones on the mat and just lift, and you'll feel the energy flow. So inhaling back to center, feel the energy, and then twist to the right as you bring your hands down. We're just looking right. Inhale the arms up to center. We'll twist to the left. Nice tall spine. And then this last time we'll inhale to the center as we float our arms down. We'll come into a wide-legged stretch, so we'll bring the feet out into a V. We'll inhale the arms up again, gazing up at the fingertips. And as we come forward, we'll exhale, leading with the chin and leading with the chest. So we'll just come forward and only come down to the place that is comfortable. No need to push harder. Just allow the body to just release where it naturally releases. And so we'll just stay here as we bring to mind one of the things that we're thankful for. We're using our body a lot here, so it could even be, I'm thankful for my feet that carry me around all day long. So many things that we could we could imagine that we're thankful for. Just feel the stretch on the inner thighs. It should be pleasant. We're not looking to bring harm. And then on an inhale, we'll lift back up to seated. We're going to bring our legs together now. And we'll flex our feet as we inhale the arms up again, really stretching through the fingertips. Feel the stretch in the side of the rib cage, each side. And then exhale, leading with your chin, leading with your chest as you fold forward again. Just take some nice inhales and exhales here. Perhaps draw the belly in. You know, at my age, I'm having a little issue with the belly kind of getting in the way. So bring it in and it will allow you to fold forward a little bit more. And just relax into the stretch. Just keep the breath flowing. And then we'll inhale back up to center. And we're going to bring the knees to one side. So the feet will come over to the right and the knees will kind of point left. Sit up nice and tall. So we're going to slide the top knee back, 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 and we'll cup that right knee with the sole of the left foot. Okay? So we'll sit up nice and tall on both parts of our bottom, and then we'll inhale our arms up, and we're going to twist towards that front knee and bring our hands down. You know, one hand is pressing into that front knee, and the back hand is tented next to the left hip. And if you'd like, you can press into that the left knee with your right hand and twist a little bit so that you can look out over your back shoulder. Just as much as is comfortable. So we're bringing a little flexibility into the spine and into the neck. And on your next inhale, come back to center. And then we're going to bring our knees together and bring them over to the other side. Sit up nice and tall, nice tall spine. Take that left knee and slide it back and cup the left knee with the right instep. So the right instep is just kind of pressing on that left kneecap. Come to a nice tall spine. Inhale your arms up, gaze up at the fingertips as you twist towards that front knee, that right knee. Tent back fingertips, press into the right knee with your left hand, and see if you can twist a little bit and look out over your back shoulder. Keep the breath flowing. Perhaps bring to mind something else that you're thankful for. And then exhale back to center. And we'll bring ourselves to Sukhasana one more time here. So sitting up nice and tall. And we'll come to some head and neck rolls. So just dropping the chin to the chest and close your eyes if it's comfortable. Then just gently roll your head around. And again, just noticing any areas of tightness or tension, or just making note of it without judgment, just getting to know the body, having some body awareness. And then at some point reverse your direction, and if you've noticed any areas that are especially tight, just toggle your head back and forth in that place. And just see if you can release any of that tension you might feel. And just do what feels comfortable on your neck, you know, maybe swaying your head from side to side. You can even look up gently, you know, not bringing the head back very much, but looking up. You could even look down if you'd like. You can bring the head to neutral and tip the ear towards the shoulder. Inhaling up, tipping to the other shoulder. Whatever is comfortable. You can gently turn and look out over the back shoulder. All the while we're using our breath, we're not holding our breath. Look out over the other shoulder. Just moving mindfully when we're, you know, rotating the head. And you could bring your shoulders up and back and down. Just notice how your shoulders are feeling. And reverse your direction. Do anything else you'd like to do to kind of work out any areas of tightness. And we'll be coming to table. So when you're ready, gracefully make your way to table. So make sure that our wrists are underneath our shoulders and our knees are underneath our hip points. Nice flat back. And we'll come to a cat and cow. So on an inhale, we'll drop our belly as we push away from the mat with our hands and gaze up. And then on the exhale, bring the belly button towards your spine as you push away from the mat and round your back for cat. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, push away from the mat and really round that back up, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the back, pushing away from the mat. And then we'll come to a neutral table again. We're going to come into a cat balance here. So we're going to send our, first of all, spread the fingers wide on the mat, and then send the right leg back, flex that right foot, and then send the left fingertips forward. Press away from the mat with the right hand so that you're not collapsing into your shoulder, into that right shoulder. Keep the breath flowing. Replace the hand in the knee. We'll take it to the other side. So flex that left foot, send the right fingertips forward. We're gazing down at our mats here, pressing into the back of all 10 knuckles on that, all 5 knuckles on that left hand, pressing into the shoelace top of the right foot. And then replace the hand back on the mat. And now we're going to come into thread the needle. So we'll bring that right hand towards the center of the mat. We'll inhale the left hand up as we gaze up at the left thumb, and then sweep the hand down underneath the right arm as we bring the left cheek down to the mat. So just rest in this posture, bringing to mind something that you're thankful for. Keep the breath flowing freely. Now press into the right hand and lift yourself back up to table. We'll take it to the other side. So we're going to inhale the right arm up towards the sky. If you can look up at the thumb, if your neck allows, do so. Exhale down. Sweep that right hand underneath the left. Turn the palm facing up as you bring your right cheek down to the mat. Press into the mat with the left hand to come out of that. We'll curl the toes under now. We're going to come up into a down dog. So come up onto the toes. Settle back towards the heels. You can bend alternating knees. Spread the fingers wide so that you're pressing into the back of all 10 knuckles. Come up onto the toes again and then settle back towards the heels. The heels don't have to touch the mat, but press the back of the thighs and the back of the calves towards the back of your mat. Take a couple of deep breaths, bringing to mind something you're grateful for. And begin to walk the feet towards the hands. We'll come into forward fold. The knees can be bent here. No need to have the knees locked or straight. And then we'll slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae until we come to standing. So we'll come into Tadasana. We'll begin to rock from side to side so that we notice the four corners of each foot. Our feet are about hip width apart. And remember, we can bring our fists together like this and kind of measure. That will kind of help us know hip width. You could also have your big toes together. If you'd like, you can have your feet together. Either way. So beginning to lift up through the instep, the kneecaps, the thighs. Standing up nice and tall as we lift through the heart center and out through the crown of the head. We can bring our shoulders up, back, and down, and allow our palms to face forward. And just close your eyes into Tadasana. Tada meaning mountain. Asana meaning pose, so mountain pose. So we feel strong like a mountain. If someone came by and gave us a little push, we wouldn't move. We really feel the earth underneath our feet, and we feel gratitude. Now flutter the eyes open, and we're going to come to a little balance here. So if you need a wall, you can bring yourself close to a wall. Bring the weight of your foot onto the right leg. So pressing into the earth. Sometimes people even go down and spread their toes. So they have a nice firm base. And all we're going to do here is just bring our knee up. So we can just stay like this, or we can hold on to our knee. Find a drishti so that your focus, which is a focal point, that's not moving. You can just stay like this, trying to press into the floor with the foot and lift through the heart center and through the crown of the head. So you can stay just like this, or if you'd like to kind of bring the knee back and reach for the instep of the foot as you bring the other arm straight out in front of you, up towards the sky. Kick into the back foot as you rotate forward. You can try that, or you can just be holding on to your knee. So when we hold on to the instep of that left foot, it helps us open our shoulder up. And just come down gracefully whenever you need to or want to. And just noticing where you are today. So without judgment, some days are better than others, and a lot of times one side is a little steadier. So now we'll bring the weight of our body onto the left leg. So, you know, spreading the toes if you'd like, and really pressing into the mat with all four corners of the foot. Find your drishti, you know, stand up nice and tall. Find someplace that is a focal point for you, and bring the knee up. You can stay just like that, or you can clasp that right knee. Just stay like that, or if you'd like, you can bring that right foot back. Find the instep. This is King Dancer. Bring that left hand forward. Kick into the instep with the hand. You know, kind of press the instep into the hand as you rotate forward. Like I said, one side is often better than the other. And then come gracefully down. Meet both feet together. Rock from side to side. And thank your body for what it was able to do, no matter how much balance you had or how little balance you had, you're here. Okay, we're going to turn towards the short end of our mat, bringing our left foot forward, our right foot back. And we don't want to be on a tightrope, so we want to have the feet placed diagonally, and they're both toes of both feet are facing towards, pretty much facing towards the front of the mat. So we'll come into warrior one. So we're going to inhale our arms up nice and straight, fingertips pointing towards the sky, and on an exhale, bend the front knee. So we want to keep that front knee stacked over the ankle. We want to tuck the tailbone, send the tailbone towards the earth, so we're not compressing the tailbone. Pressing into the big toe of the front foot, the knife edge of the back foot. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Breathing here, not holding our breath. Bending into that front left knee. We'll float our arms down. Bring the hands behind our back as we interlace our fingers. Bring the shoulders back. Send the knuckles towards the earth. So we're kind of pulling the knuckles down towards the earth. Front knee is still bent. And if you'd like, you can gaze up towards the sky. If you don't want to do that, just look forward. So let the fingers come apart as you inhale the arms back up towards the sky for warrior one. Really stretch through the fingertips, press into the big toe of the front foot, back knife edge of the back foot. Turn the palms away from each other as you bring the arms down by your side. Straighten the front leg. Turn the feet so that they're parallel, and we'll come to the other side. So we're going to turn on our mat, so we'll face the right side of the mat, so both feet are pointing towards the short end of the mat, remembering that we're not on a tightrope, so we want to have the legs diagonally placed, so we have some nice stability. And then on an inhale, send the arms up towards the sky, fingertips stretching towards the sky, and on the exhale, bend the front knee. keeping that front knee over the ankle so we're not hyperextending. Press into the big toe mound of the front foot, the back heel, the back knife edge of the back foot. Our hips are square to the front of the mat. Let's bring the hands down and behind us, and we'll interlace the fingers. We'll stretch the knuckles towards the earth, opening our chest. And if you'd like, you can gaze up towards the sky. A little bit of a balance here. If not, you can just continue looking straight ahead. Let go of the fingers and inhale them back up. So fingertips are towards the sky. Still bending into that front right knee. Shoulders away from the ears. Turn the palms away from each other as you float the arms down. Straighten the front leg and bringing our feet parallel. So we'll heel toe our feet together. We'll inhale our arms up, turn the palms away from each other as we float down into Uttanasana, forward fold. Knees can be bent generously. I'll turn sideways. Your knees can be bent generously. Placing your hands on either side of your mat. Come down to your knees. Bring yourself down to your belly. Frame your face with your hands as you rest your forehead on the mat. Your elbows are in close to the body. Pressing into the top shoelace side of your feet. On an inhale, lift your head and shoulders up off your mat for Sphinx. So we're just gazing slightly in front of our mat. We're not bringing our head up. We want to keep a nice straight long spine. And then float down on the exhale. On your next inhale, press into the shoelaces, into the elbows and the hands. Bring the head and shoulders up again for Cobra or Sphinx, sorry. Exhale down, the forehead on the mat. And one last time, but before you come out, walk your shoulders away from your ears. And then inhale and come up. Head and shoulders up. Exhaling down, stacking your forearms on top of one another and resting your forehead on the mat. Send your toes out, bring your feet wide as your mat, pointing your toes out towards the edges of your mat. So this is a common and resting pose called crocodile. So on the inhale, feel your belly press into the mat. And on the exhale, feel the belly soften. And as you're resting here, bring to mind one or two or all three things that you were thinking about in the beginning of the class, bringing gratitude. On each exhale, allow your body to sink and release, melting into your mat. We'll gently bring ourselves onto our backs now, just rolling over to our back. You can bend the legs, placing the soles of your feet on the mat, allowing your knees to support each other as we begin. And just begin to follow your breath again. As you breathe in, feel cool air moving through your nasal passages. And as you exhale, feel that the air has been warmed by your breath, by your body. Just keep following the breath. Follow it all the way in. Follow it all the way out. On each exhale, allow your body to melt a little deeper into the mat. Just following the breath all the way in and all the way out. Seeing if you can breathe all the way down to your toes and into your fingertips. Perhaps thanking yourself for making the time today, having gratitude that you have the time to move through this practice with one another. I'm going to ring my bowl now. You can stay just as you are, just following your breath in and out. And I'm going to bring my hands to my heart center. You can even do that as you're resting on your back on your mat. My blessing for you today is may you find peace and joy and gratitude in your day and beyond. Namaste.